This is Colonel Tracy Roberts, your pastor of prosperity, with words of wisdom and nuggets of knowledge. Today, right now, you know what, we're going to talk and we're going to learn about the power of money and how to speak to money and maybe even making money your friend. Because there's some miscommunications on money, and sometimes people even take different parts of the scripture and they'll try to twist it around, because in the English it says something that it doesn't really mean, and they're not able to get where they want to go. Today we're going to talk about money. And guess what? Money has ears. Money can hear you. You say, that ain't true. I'll say, well, it is, and here's why. Remember when I was teaching you about King Solomon? Well, in the book of Ecclesiastes, in chapter 10, verse 19, King Solomon teaches us that money answereth all things, unquote. Money answereth all things. Wait a second. If you ask me a question, what do I need to do in order to be able to answer it? I had to have heard it first. And so if money can answer all the questions, and some of you won't even believe that, but money, if it can answer all the questions, means it has ears so it can hear me in order to answer the question. I've taken this on the stages all around the country. I've asked people to give me some silly thing. One time someone said to me, what does a zebra look like? And I said, well, I'm going to tell you what a zebra looks like. What we're going to do is you and I are going to go get a first-class ticket, and we're going to fly to Africa. And then we're going to go on a safari. And because you're humanitarian and don't want to hurt the poor little zebra, we're going to shoot one with a tranquilizer. We're going to knock him out. And then we're going to go up there and pet him and get close to him. And so you're going to be able to see what a zebra looks like firsthand with your own eyes. Money answereth all things. I had a good friend of mine, and he had a son that had something that they said was incurable. But he had money, and he sought out all around the country and found a doctor that had the knowledge and the ability to cure his son, to take something that appeared to be impossible. And because he had the resources, he was able to take his son from a life where he would have been in diapers and having to be taken care of every second of the day. And because he had money, then he was able to answer the question, how can I help my son? Money has ears. So some of y'all going to be talking about it, and I hear people and they talk bad about money. They say money's evil, money's the root of all evil. And I'm gonna throw this at you. When I started looking, the word love in the Greek, there's 7 main words for love in Greek, but there's over 14 other words. And there's one in the book of Timothy when he's talking about money, the love of money is the root of all evil. And let me see if I can do this. The Greek word is philargoria, and it means to be rapacious, or to have avarice in your heart, to be like a pirate, to pillage, rape, pillage, and plunder. And so, oh my gosh, now when I read that part of Timothy, then what it really said was, it says, don't be a pirate in order to get money. So if I'm a pirate and I'll do whatever it takes to steal, to take away from other people, then that is the word, philargoria, which is to be rapacious, to rape, pillage, and plunder. So now that I understand the words better, I'm actually able to know, oh, so I can have a love of money. I can actually love what it does for me and my family. but I don't worship it. It is not something that I'll do with no morals attached to it. So what I found was that because King Solomon said money answereth all things, I try to talk nice to money now. And I have my money friends, and we're gonna go and we're gonna lay out some money friends. I'm gonna teach you about your brain, how your mind works, and how you can actually talk to your money friends, and they'll talk back to you. That may be a little bit crazy, but remember Solomon, the wealthiest, richest cat that ever walked on the earth. There has never been another king that has been richer than him. He would make the rich people of the world today look like poor folk. And so King Solomon says that it answers all questions, and I believe that. So if I know it can hear me, then here's what I say to it. I say money, and I talk nice to money. I talk to my money. Sometimes I talk to it. Sometimes I'll pull it out. I'll hold it in my hand, and I'll say, money, I want you to know something. You're my friend. Thank you for all the things that you do for me. Thank you for helping me have a warm place for my family to live, to keep them protected. Thank you for helping me be able to purchase those kind of things. And I do acknowledge the hand of God in all things. But here's what I do when I'm talking to money, because I know it has ears. As I say, money, watch this. Now y'all going to know where I live. Watch this. I ain't scared, because I want money to know where I live. 432 West, 760 North, Santa Quinn, Utah, 84655, United States of America. You know why I say United States of America? Because money could be coming from overseas. It could be coming from another country. As a matter of fact, now it does, because all of my friends that travel and they've been blessed so much and they go around the world, when they come back from these different countries, they're always bringing me money. And so money knows where my address is. It knows how to come. It's come from Bali. It'll come from China. It's come from France. It's come from Belgium. It's come from all over the world. And so any of you out there, when you travel and you pick up a few pesos here or a few pesos there or whatever you're picking up, then just know you can bring it to me, because money likes to hang out at my house. And if you've got a problem with money, if you think money is evil, then here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. When you look at money, then talk to it and tell money, hey, money, you can go to 432 West, 760 North, Santa Quinn, Utah, 84655, United States of America. You can come to my house every time, because money's welcome at my house. Now, I've got some friends, they took up this exercise, and they go back on the back of their deck. They've got a deck, and they had neighbors, and their neighbors thought that they were crazy, because they were hollering out their address early in the morning. And their neighbors said, what are you doing? He said, I'm calling money to me. I want money to know where I live. And some of y'all, I'm calling y'all. Some of you, the angels don't even know where you live. It's been so long since you prayed. And if that's you, then you need to pray. So maybe when you're hollering out your address, now that even the angels will know where to bring some blessings. So this has a powerful thing. It's in your brain, and it will help tell your mind that I'm okay with money. I use it as a mechanism of exchange. I create value with it. We could be using pebbles. We could be using gold. We could be using little seashells. What I'm using for money isn't as important. Is the fact that I'm creating an exchange of value. One of my great mentors, Rabbi Daniel Lapin, who's America's rabbi, he says everybody needs a rabbi, whether you're Jewish or not. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about Rabbi Lapin at some point. But he taught me that he said, I was in Dallas, Texas at the Sheraton Hotel near the airport, and Rabbi Lapin looked me in the eyeballs. And he says, Tracy, it is your job to create as much money as possible, to make your bank account go up and up and up. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. And he said, because that is evidence that you're blessing God's children. With money, I have the ability to bless God's children. When I buy a fresh loaf of bread, you know what? There was a man or a woman that got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to make that loaf of bread. And I'm happy to exchange the little amount of money for them. They're happy to receive it. And so we make an exchange of value. When I create value in the world, then I'm able to make the world a better place. And money is one of the ways that I exchange. I exchange that value, and it makes the world better for me and for all the people that I'm around.